Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with another beer. And this one right here is a very exciting and interesting beer. This is Gravitas 2, and it is Bravus Brewing out in California. They are a non-alcoholic brewery, and this is a non-alcoholic barrel-aged bourbon stout brewed with chocolate, coffee, and maple syrup. Near beer contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume, 17.25 fluid ounces. Ingredients: water, malted barley, maple syrup, coffee, chocolate, natural flavors, hops, yeast. So, keep cold, do not cellar, Best Buy 2/28/21. Bravus Brewing Company, Anaheim, California. 92806. They released this last year, I think, or this is from last year. So I think in 2018 they did one, or maybe it was early 2019. It was at some point, and I tried to get it and it sold out, and I was sad because I think it's very interesting, and I know I haven't posted any non-alcoholic beer on the channel, but I do have some that I am going to do videos for, so you can look out for those at some point. I have so much beer that I need to get to that it may be a little bit, but I wanted to get to this because, they released it like early last year or the year before, and I didn't get it, and then they released it again, and I got a bottle. So so about half a finger of, it's like, what are those, what are those things? I used to love them. They were like chocolate on the outside, and then they were like crunchy on the inside. It's like those. Forget what they're called. Anyway, it dissipated pretty quick anyway, so whatever. It's I'm getting a little bit of brown around the edges, but it's not super dark. It's more of a brown. It's a dark brown instead of like, this is supposed to be a barrel-aged bourbon stout, so it's a little lighter than I was expecting it to be. Just a little bit, though. Let's see what it smells like. It smells like coffee. It smells exactly like coffee. Have you ever been to a diner, like just whatever diner, and you put like one half and half and like one sugar? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not coffee that it smells like. It smells like French vanilla. Well, there is a coffee thing in there, but it smells like coffee with like a French vanilla creamer in it. the first smell, or the first two sniffs, like got me all nostalgic for things. So that's why I was saying that. But yeah, no, it smells like the and it smells about as sweet. It definitely, like, everything together comes off French, the French vanilla creamer from what was that, Coffee Mate. Um, there, the maple syrup is in there. But yeah, it smells like coffee with like French vanilla creamer with a little bit of maple syrup. Yeah, it smells. it smells really fucking good. That's what it smells like. Not getting any chocolate, but yeah, man, I could sit here and smell this all day. Brings back memories. Anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Obviously, it's thin. There's no alcohol in it. And it comes off very similar to the aroma, but it's parted out a little bit. So you got well, the the maple syrup is kind of throughout the whole thing, but you kind of get the coffee and then the chocolate, and then that kind of goes away, and then you're just left with the maple syrup. I don't know if they actually aged this in bourbon barrels, because it says barrel aged bourbon stout. So I don't know if they aged it in wood, maybe, and maybe the natural flavors are supposed to be bourbon, but it doesn't. For me, I'm not really getting any of that. Doesn't really taste like it was aged in wood or anything either. Unless, because it's non-alcoholic, they aged it for, like, I don't know. I don't know how short of a time you would have to age it to still, depending on what kind of barrels they used, and if they were fresh barrels or whatever. Like, you wouldn't be able to age it very long because it would pull some of the alcohol out. Unless they aged some of it and then blended it or something. I have no idea. The sweetness is a little... I like the execution of this because it's not overly carbonated, as most barrel-aged things are or are not. It's sweet, as most stouts and usually barrel-aged things are. But because there's no alcohol in it and it's kind of thin, it just it's thin like I said. But like it's missing that component, so it comes off a little kind of like you drop one thing out and the other things get a little bigger. It's kind of like that. I do enjoy it, and it's not overly sweet, I would say that, but it is a little or maybe it just comes off a little differently because the alcohol's not in it. I don't know. Or because there's no alcohol in it. Yeah. As I've been drinking it, every sip, all the components kind of get pulled together, so it's more like the aroma. It just kind of tastes like coffee with French vanilla creamer in it, with a little bit of maple syrup. Yep. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I couldn't drink alcohol, this might be like a nice thing to have every once in a while. But I wouldn't say it's well, obviously it's not a replacement for, unless it has to be, right? But yeah, this is actually, I like this. I do like this. It's a little weird because it's like with NA beers, they're not beers, so you want to compare them to beer, but they're not beer. So I like this. It's good. Maybe, like I said, I don't know what they did as far as like the barrel aged or bourbon thing. So I wish there was a little more of that in here. But yeah, it's good. I believe this was $30 a bottle, and that included shipping and everything. So it was like $30, and then I think it included shipping. I don't remember. I don't know. But I don't know if I would pay that for this, even though I did. But I did to try to find out if I would pay that for this, and I don't know if I would. Unless, like I said, I couldn't drink alcohol anymore and I could get this every once in a while just as a treat, I would probably do that. But yeah. I think the bourbon thing is like a flavoring. because I think that's why it's coming off like French vanilla. Because I just got this little thing, and it reminded me of, like, the nice part about it is I can chug this whole thing. Oh. And that head is sticking around a little longer than the other one was. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I lied. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the bourbon flavor or whatever is why it's coming off like French vanilla to me. I don't know. It's good. I like it, as I said. So anyway, I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope you're all well and taking care of yourself first and foremost, and taking care of anyone else who you may be sharing a space with. And you can like this video if you would like to. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you can follow me on Instagram at 93lumber. That's spelled out 93lumber. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.